Good evening from the canal once again. So today I'm going to speak to you about a little three-letter word that has so many different meanings as a verb and a noun. And this word is tip, T-I-P. So to tip someone means that you leave them some money for good service, for a service that they've done for you. So for example, at the end of a very nice meal, you might leave a tip for the waitress. So this is quite commonplace in European countries other than France, I think. I know that English-speaking countries, we tip all the time. And if you are that waitress, if I were that waitress, if I was carrying a tray, a plateau, with lots of glasses on it, I'd have to be careful where I put the glasses, because if I put all the glasses on one side, the tray would tip. Okay, so to tip means to tilt to one side. You can also tip over. For example, a boat will tip over if everybody sits on one side, which could be quite nice in this extremely hot, sunny weather. Right. If something is tipped in something, that means that it is covered. The very end point is covered in a liquid or a colour. So, for example, the arrow was tipped in poison. If somebody is tipped to do something or to become something, that means that you think that they are very likely to succeed or to achieve something. So, for example, I could say, I think that that girl is tipped to be the next Broadway star. I think she's going to succeed and achieve that. You can also tip waste. So to tip waste means to put your waste where it should not be. So for example, many industries tip their waste into our oceans. And to tip is also to pour the contents of one container into another container. So for example, you tip your cereal into the bowl in the morning for your breakfast. Okay, and now for the nouns. So a tip is obviously the money that you leave the waitress at the end of the meal. And if somebody gives you a tip, that means that they give you some advice about something that could work out really well for you. So it can even be a tip about, betting on the right horse to win money. Like, that's a tip. So the other day my students gave me a great tip about a website about Harry Potter, which was really, really good. Thank you, girls. Right, a tip is also the very end of something. So when you stand, I know I've got a hole in my shoes, but stand on the tiptoes, on the very edge of your toes, or the tip of the cat's tail was caught in the door. Poor little cat. And a tip is also the place, a very big place, where you take your big rubbish, your stuff you have to get rid of. So a tip is a bit like a déchetterie. It's where you take your rubbish and dump it there. But it's a right, you're allowed to do it. And also, informally, a tip means something very untidy or messy. Sometimes I go into my children's rooms and I say, oh, this place is a tip. Sometimes my desk is a tip at school too, but that is beside the point. Anyway, there you have some top tips for improving your vocabulary, and I will see you tomorrow. But before I go, today marks video 100 since confinement. I'm probably going to have to stop soon because I'm on the back juries, but well, thanks for sticking with me for 100 days. See you tomorrow for day 101.